sort of the criticism of the agency roll-up model, because oftentimes if it's an Omnicom or whatever the big holding company pitches, it's like, hey, we own all these brands, we've got all these clients, we've got all these specialists. You join our network and we're gonna, introduce you to all of our clients, and we're gonna have this broad, bench of guys you can work with. And it never happens because, of course, everybody's on an earnout. Everybody's trying to make their nut, and they view every other agency owner as a competitor. And so none of the synergies kind of ever come to fruition. And as a result, it's sort of like this vaporware, if you will. Yeah. You talk about integrations. How do you make that real?
I mean, it takes a whole team to do it. You just can't say, oh, well, the COO is going to lead this part, right? Like, you have to have a specific team. And that's kind of been our challenge a little bit of, like, you have to bring in someone with that experience in the past that have done this, rather than just someone that has run a big business in the past, because it's very different figuring out all those moving pieces. But one of the things I'll tell you guys, or I'll tell you about, especially anybody thinking of selling, I want you to do this, because someone told me this that I wish I did for my earnout. So when a business takes you over, right, they take over everything. So they make the decisions. And so they can hinder you. Like the business that bought us, my first agency, hindered me from hitting my earnout. But if I could go back over and do it again, what I would do is this. I would say, we're in total control of the agency. We make all the decisions up until the point I hit the earnout. When I hit the earnout, then you make all the decisions. Now, and then if they don't let me do that, I get the company back and I keep the cash in the very beginning. That's the deal I would work out.
Is that the deal you offer at Republic?
No, I wish we did.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good deal for the entrepreneur, but it would give control over that kind of decision making. Yeah. So you raise decision making, and it's an interesting one because, of course, that's the folks have to get super comfortable with the idea that if they sell, they're becoming a minority shareholder in Republics.
They are,
and as a minority shareholder, you get certain rights, but you certainly would not have specific, like all the decision-making authority that you would have if you own the company outright. So how do you structure the decision-making tree? Like, is there a threshold beyond which, like a budget threshold, where they need to go to Republic's board to get approval? Or like, how do you structure those decision-making kind of forks in the road?